So imagine if the universe gave you the money. So that means you're going to go out and spend that money on hoes and alcohol. So then the lesson gets squandered. No, no, dog. Believe in yourself. You gotta believe in yourself. Otherwise, life forces you down this path. You know, it forces you down into this conclusion that I say, believe in yourself. And when I mean believe in yourself, I don't mean in the superficial way that we say you have to stand up there and be confident amongst the people. I'm not talking about vocation here. I'm talking about the deep core soul level belief in yourself that you actually do belong here. You know, because if it's either that or life forces you into it, you know, and it takes time to get there, but you do get there. How it starts? Let me tell you how it starts. You start by losing a loved one. Maybe your dad, quickly followed by your mom, in a space like of a month or two, quickly followed by your mom, or your marriage, or whatever. But that's how it starts. It is a tragedy of some sort that happens there. Now, you don't have an income, but you also have just lost your pillar, roof, whatever. You know, what do they call this? You've lost your pillar. Actually, that's what I want to say. And now you go into your room, you lock yourself up into your room and you cry yourself curse for months. Because it takes months or sometimes even years, you know, to get to this state. And then your mind starts running amok. You know, it starts telling you stuff like you're going to lose your house, people are going to be laughing at you, things are just going to go haywire. But no, you are covered. At that point, you are a cocoon. And it's cliched, I know people like to say it's a butterfly in a cocoon, you're shedding the skin, which we seldom really understand. You know, we don't comprehend languages like that. You know, we need to be sat down and be looked up in the face and told, with the dog, this is what you're going through and this is what's going to happen. But after about 2 years, you start to feel, no man, nothing happened. Then you start, bit by bit, you start believing in yourself. You start seeing trinkets of hope. Then you step out of the house. Then you greet a neighbor. Then you go to that date. And then you start living. And then you start believing in yourself. And that's where the magic happens. When you start to come out of that place and you believe in yourself. That's when you realize, Uguti, even politics and the establishment are nothing. They're just something to distract you from reaching your goal, you know. But yeah, we don't understand these things. We need to be brought down and set down face to face and told what to go into the land, because when other people say it, it sounds like a gibberish, spirituality that doesn't happen. But I'm going to tell you, because you don't see it doesn't mean it's not happening or it doesn't exist. Because you don't see it doesn't mean it's not happening or it doesn't exist. Your puny little mind and your limited vision doesn't see the things that it doesn't see, and it doesn't know the things that it doesn't know. Chill out, dog. Of course. So imagine if the universe gave you the money. So that means you're going to go out and spend that money on hoes and alcohol. So then the lesson gets squandered. No, God's not going to allow that to happen. You need to cry yourself to sleep, take the lesson, come back out feeling stronger. Don't go out there and squander the lesson. You know, this life we live is ours, but partly is not ours. Stay.